More music.
Oh my God.
Here goes.
Blazing across the airwaves right now. Get ready.
Now this is Freddie McGregor, and you're tuned into the baddest rhythm of all time.
Grant's Rock Warehouse is trying to change the world one track at a time.
Are we on the air?
Yes, you are. More music. More of the time.
Grant's Rock Warehouse.
Don't understand what's going on here.
Welcome to Grant's Rock Warehouse and welcome to Monday. We are live. Tonight we've got a big panel. We are going to talk about our top 10 tracks of 1994. We want to hear what yours are as well. Chat's open. Let's do it.
Grant's Rock Warehouse. Keeping it real in the field.
So much feeling in the real feeling. That doesn't make sense. Gentlemen, how are you, Mr. BM Bolt? We've got Johnny Metal. We've got DC Tune Time. We've got John the Music Nut. And we've got Ivon the Music Man. Eric Hansen. What? He's wrecking my intro. Eric Hansen will be here. He's not here yet, but we will work him in. So we've got a full panel, but we're going to keep it loose. We're just going to keep it interactive. We want to hear from you in the chat. I do want to welcome everybody that's already tuned in. Let's get started. So we know how we do this. We're going to do three. That's right. Three, and two.
Four.
And four. God.
The math.
Let's party like 1994.
Yeah. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to do 3, 3, and 4. We're going to keep it loose. I'm going to throw it over to Mr. BM Bolt first, then Johnny Metal, DC, the Nut, and then Ivon. And, well, we'll just work in people as we go. All right. BM Bolt, nice to see you. Let's get started.
Yeah, this is getting a lot harder, man. I was.
I know. I could barely find enough.
Yeah, I mean, I've got a few honorable mentions, but a lot of these songs are like, yeah, it's a good song, but it's not like great, but it's pretty good. All right, but anyway, I'm going to start with one of my favorite songs, though, from the band Marillion, "The Great Escape" off of "Brave." I do a lot of Marillion picks. It seems like. I must be a big fan.
Evidently.
Kind of a prog guy, too. So, but yeah, this is basically like the last song on the album. It's the climax, and it's kind of this aching and haunting song of hurt and betrayal. Where the girl who's the victim, she commits suicide by jumping off a bridge. So it's a real uplifting track. So, but it's a great song. So that's my first one.
Excellent pick.
My next pick, John the Music Nut's going to like this one. I actually picked this when we did our top blues tracks, a year or so ago. Going at Tinsley Ellis, "A Crow Never Wins."
You mentioned this before, though.
Yes, it's an aggressive blues, slow blues. It's slow, but he plays very aggressive on it. And I first heard it when I saw him live back in '94. And, it's basically a breakup song. And I had just broken up with somebody like the day before that day. So I was living the blues that night. So that song's always kind of stuck with me.
Look at him, DC. Mover and a shaker. I love her. A lover of another he was broken up. Anyway.
The behind the scenes stories of the songs.
A lot of these songs have a meaning.
Resonance, yes.
We lived some of these songs.
I understand.
So, my next one is going to be off the Tom Petty Wildflowers album. There's just so many great tracks on here, but I've always had a thing for "It's Good to Be King." Just this
nice,
slow, it's simple, beautiful. I'll tell you what, the live version's even better, I think, where they really stretch it out for like 9 or 10 minutes with some long guitar solos. Great song. Love that album. So that's my third pick.
I will say this. I played that album a lot when it came out, but I haven't played it since it came out. I don't know.
You have that on vinyl, Grant? It's
No,
worth
it's
it was worth a shitload if you had the original vinyl.
Yeah, because that was when they weren't really pressing any.
Yeah.
And I don't really remember ever seeing it back in the day. I just always saw the CD, so I don't know. All right, great picks. Let's throw it over to Mr. Metal and see what his picks are. You might be surprised, ladies and gentlemen. If
you never know. There might be a couple of odd choices here. So, so this first one that is going to be on my list. This is a band that John and I covered, and I believe we did this with a couple of my North and South rock and metal guys. And this band is what you get when you try to cross Leonard Skinner with Black Sabbath. You're just losing your mind from Pride and Glory, Zakk Wylde's band.
Jesus.
Yeah, we covered this album. Boy, what a great album, though.
What is it? This?
Man,
Pride
yes.
and Glory? Yeah.
Pride and Glory, yes. Sorry, I was trying to do my my Zakk Wylde impersonation from that song. But yeah, what a great song. Great album. There's a lot of good stuff on this. This was a great one to revisit and do the show on. So go back in my archives and look for the album where we did this, the show where we did this. That was a fun one. Didn't we do this with the Carson brothers? I think. I'm trying to remember that.
I thought that just you and I just did this.
Maybe it was just you and I. I don't know. I thought
it was just us.
Maybe it was. I can't.
What? Hide your goat from Zach. What the hell does that mean?
I'm not even gonna ask on that one, but anyway.
Yeah, well, I'm fine. Ready to drink beer and raise hell.
There you go. Anyway, so my next pick. This one's a song that you're not going to find on most streaming services. Maybe a video on YouTube or something along that line. Yeah, thank you, Nathan. I much appreciate. We all appreciate when people say that kind of stuff. It's good stuff.
I like it.
And this is a bit of a tough album to find. So, but for anybody who's looking for the Gallagher brothers, I got you covered with Ravens from the Glow album. Is a song called it's actually the kickoff track. It's a song called "Watch You Drown," and this is kind of what happens when you get grunge into the Raven sound. Raven kind of has their own unique feel and sound, and then they kind of maybe dabble a little bit in the grunge. But this is a tough album to come across, but it's a really solid one if you can track it down. It actually features a cover of the Rocker by Thin Lizzy. So really worth checking out. This actually is a version, came out on a night of the Vinyl Dead. They reissued a couple of their albums on vinyl. It was limited to 500. The vinyl actually glows in the dark. It's kind of cool how they did that with the vinyl. Anyway,
quick, Johnny Metal, quick question. What label did that come out on?
Originally it came out on, I think, just a really no-name, like overseas label. Gotcha. Finding this album is not easy on Discogs or even eBay without getting into like bootlegs versions and stuff like that. But all right, you got to pay attention, Davey. You never know what I'm going to throw out.
Johnny Metal he'll pull stuff like that.
Which why my next pick might surprise a few folks. Let's bring the Cranberries into this. I don't know if this song is going to get a little.
This is what I was saying.
How about a little Zombie? I love Dolores's voice on this, and it's just such a moody, atmospheric song. And she just has we miss her. We know we lost her a few years ago. But yeah. Zombie to me was a great track. Listen to this quite often back in the day. Ken White, how you doing, my friend? And so Zombie from the Cranberries. So I had to throw you guys off once in a while. Come on.
I know. You never know what he's not metal. Yeah. Don't let him fool you. All right. Thank you, Johnny Metal.
Yes,
Let's go over to Mr. Toon Time.
All right. And we were talking before we hit the airwaves here about how it's getting a bit progressively more difficult as we move through the years, finding a top 10 we're passionate about. For me, luckily, I'm still able to get a core 10 at this point that I very much like. And 94 was a pretty good year. And as always, for me, it's going to be a varied year in types of music on my list. Shockingly, no Rundgren performance or production entry this year.
Yes.
So let's move on to my first pick. Music, unlike any other art form, can touch my soul at a level that literally gives me goosebumps And this song is one of those tunes. It's Seal with Prayer for the Dying. This song is about the human condition, life, death, the passage of time, finding hope in our darkest hours, and summoning the perseverance to push through our hardships. We go on by means of our faith, family, friends, pets, whatever, but we must push on. And it's also a song of empathy and comfort, which we all need at times, and just a really compelling and poignant piece. I'm going to call it a piece of art, beautifully written and sung by Seal. And the video enhances that whole vibe all the more. If you're not familiar with it, check it out. You will get the goosebumps. All right. Now, while we're on such an up note,
let's start up with an up note.
Let's go on to another appropriate for the theme top 10 pick. This is somber and heavy, and this is what I would like to describe it as, and it's Soundgarden's Black Hole Sun. I'm again getting really reflective here with this tune that also approaches the subject of the human condition, but in this instance, describing a world as a destructive and oppressive place. But the black hole sun is here to wash away the suffering. So that's an upbeat note now, isn't it? Destruction, redemption, and cutting through the bullshit veneer of our modern lives. And I love how the somewhat cheery keys in this song play off the more downtrodden aspects of it. Chris Cornell's excellent vocals, as always. The added note, there is a pretty cool cover of this song by an unlikely duo, Steve Lawrence and Edie Gourmet. It's one of those lounge music collections where they take popular tunes and do them in a lounge version. It is very cool and very well done. So look it up, I'm sure it's posted somewhere on the YouTube. And as you all know, I am a bit of a rebel. So my third choice here is from a song from an album from the year 1985, but it wasn't released until 1994. So I'm going to call it a 1994 tune. It's an album of this group's most early recordings, but never released until that year. The album appropriately titled 1985, and it's Enough's Enough with Goodbye, Goodbye. And it has all the benchmarks of what made this group the redheaded stepchild of Cheap Trick. You got catchy, it's rocking, you got clever lyrics and great lead and background vocals. What the?
It does say top 10 albums.
What the? Am I involved in a farce here?
That show was earlier tonight.
That was earlier.
Goodness gracious.
I was sick.
Yeah, look, I got
Pretend
cut.
It doesn't say that.
Just put it out your mind. Put it out your mind.
Put it out your mind.
Rose in your mind.
Anyway, along with this song, none of these songs were ever released on their earlier albums. They didn't pick one tune from this collection to release until 1994. But all the tunes on here have that great hard pop rock styled Beatles presentation. And this is a very fine album. If this one passed you by and you do like the Enough's Enough, check this one out. It's a good one. So I am done here.
All right. Excellent. I don't know. I'm going to keep that up anyway. I don't give a shit. I'll change it here in a minute. All right. Thank you, Mr. Tune Time. Let's throw it over to Mr. Nut and get his 3 tracks.
All right.
Welcome aboard.
Thank you. Y'all are bringing it in the comments already. You have so many great picks. And I love 1994. I adore the music of 1994. I had a tough time taking this down to a top 10. If you want to hear how much I like 1994, watch my show on my channel after this show is over.
There you go.
Because I go more in depth about my top 10 as well as my 20 honorables. My number 10 is Alice in Chains, No Excuses, off a Jar of Flies. Now, this song is really, really cool. I like the more laid back Alice in Chains. When they went acoustic, thank you, Byron. I thought that was one thing that really separated them from a lot of the grunge bands, is that they had this great acoustic side to them. This song got played really heavy, and you could see why, because that vocal melody is wonderful. The bass line is very memorable. I love Jerry Cantrell's lyrical guitar solos on here. Excellent track. And number 10 is No Excuses by Alice in Chains. Number 9. All right. It's been long overdue since I talked about this trio from New York City, but it's time. This is the Beastie Boys. This is from their 4th LP, Ill Communication, and this is Root Down. I'm sorry, Sure Shot. My bad. Sure Shot with Root Down's another song on the album. Sure Shot is the opening track on the album. This song just kicks ass. The memorable raps and rhymes on here are excellent. They reference Rod Carew in here. They say, I got mad hits like I was Rod Carew, and I'm like, God, that's so old school. You gotta love it.
Ladies and gentlemen, John, I don't mean to interrupt you.
Surely.
But Eric Hansen is backstage. We are going to bring him in now and make sure you guys haze him properly. Now, be cruel to him because he's late, and you know how we don't like lateness here in the warehouse. So let him have it, and
put him over the graphics.
Put him
under the graphics.
Under the graphics, he goes. Oh God, there he is.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, jeez.
And now the boy band is complete.
Hold on, let me fix his shot since he's wrecking everything.
He's coming in like a wrecking ball, like Cyrus, for God's sake.
It was top, and I screwed up the graphics thanks to Webb always making whatever error I do make.
Thank you, Webb.
It's top 10 tracks, and I'm fixing that right now. So you'll go last. We're going to go 3, 3, and 4. That's how we do it. You'll go after Ivon, and then it'll be me. So anyway, we're right in the middle of Johnny Music Nut. Welcome Eric Hansen to the show, everybody. Give him some applause. He's late, but he's here. All right. Sorry, John the Music Nut.
Oh, good. Eric, great to be on a show with you. I've seen many of your shows with Grant. Always love your insight.
He's a fancy dresser, too.
That's right. Number 8. Okay, I've had a few picks by... Oh, there we go again. I've had a few picks by this band before. And this is when the band went back to rock this band from Athens, Georgia. And the CD you can still find in the cheapie bins these days. It's REM.
Yeah.
And it's from their album Monster. And it's Bang and Blame. Yeah. Another song with a great bass line in it. And very memorable opaque lyric, I like to say, from Michael Stipe. Very, very cool. This was the biggest hit off the album, even though What's the Frequency Kenneth might be a little more well-known, but excellent track on here, an excellent album. I think this got mixed reviews when it came out because they were making songs that were hitting the charts that were more folk in scope, and then here they started rocking again, but in a different way than they had previously. So my number 8 is Bang and Blame by REM.
I don't know how many you still see of Monster, but Monster used to be like the #1 used CD that you could find used in the bins, and there would be like was this
buy list.
You remember the do not buy list? This is definitely on there.
Oh yeah, I remember that do not buy list. Yeah.
But why did all these end up in the used bins? Because people didn't like it. I don't find there's anything wrong with the record.
I think
what's weird.
My opinion is they thought this was going to be huge, the record label, because while people liked what they were doing on Out of Time and Automatic for the People, there was this other segment was saying, "Oh, we want to rock again," and then when they put this out, it rocked, but it was grungy, but it was very atmospheric, and I think some people loved it, and a lot of people were puzzled by it, so they went and they sold them back, or it just didn't. It hit #1, but I don't know if it had the same shelf life that the previous albums did.
Well, Creighton worked in the industry, and by the
the
industry, the business. Creighton, when you worked in the business, did you ever get any of these in on trade? And did you want to go back into the back room and throw up when they came across the counter? So it was too heavy for the fake fans. Maybe that's
a better way to describe it than I did.
So maybe he does have something. All right, cool. Or we had zillions traded in. Yeah, I bet you did. All right, cool. Was that 3, John? That
Yes.
was 3. All right, let's throw it over to Ivon. Ivon, welcome to the show. Glad you're up this late. What's your 2 picks? First 3.
Hey, real quick, guys. Can you guys hear me okay? Okay.
Yeah, you sound good. You look great.
First, I will say rest in peace, Rick Davies from Supertramp. He died some days ago. That was a little sad news. 81 years old. So my number 10 picks, it's this one. This is a big one. It's Pink Floyd without Roger Waters.
Where are you?
It's
There
David Gilmour's Pink Floyd's, and I have chosen the song called High Hopes from this album here. It's a great album. Of course, you can discuss who is the best, Roger Waters or David Gilmour, but I think together they was dynamite, and separate they're also okay, I think. So I really like Pink Floyd and all the members from Pink Floyd. So that was my number 10 song from 1994. And then we're coming to number 9, and this is this song here I have chosen is a cover from 1984, I think. It's from the Various Position album from Leonard Cohen. This is Jeff Buckley with Hallelujah, and I really like this version of Hallelujah. Maybe it's a favorite of mine. I know this song have been covered by other artists also. I think John Cale covered it in 1991, and I know that Rolling Stones also have it on his top list of the greatest song, 500 greatest songs through the years. But I really like this song on the album. I don't like the other songs on the album so much, but this song is my favorite on this album, and that's my number 90.
Okay, excellent.
Then we are coming to a big one. This is, of course, a big album here. It's Tom Petty. This is a special version of the Wildflowers album. And I think this album here is recorded analog. So if you want to have this, you can buy it on vinyl. And that, of course, will be better for you. And I know they're going to have a separate version of this. Maybe it's a MoFi version that's coming out this year also. But this is an extra special long version with all the rest of the Wildflowers. And it's also a big vinyl box with a lot of songs from Tom Petty. And Tom Petty, I've seen him live also. And I try to collect everything with Tom Petty. I really like that guy. And he's also gone. But that's music and that's gospel. So that was Wildflowers, was number 8. And you're going to have one more or? No, 3. Yeah.
With 3.
That was my number 8.
All right. We're going to send it over to Eric. Eric, what are your first 3?
All right. I'm going to be off the beaten path for you guys here today because 1993, 1994, I was a little detached from the whole grunge movement. So I went down a Christian rock, Christian metal path and got into that whole genre because outside of Stryper and Petra, I had no idea. Well, here we are. So we're going to get a little taste of that. So my first pick is from a band, Christian metal band. They're basically been one of the more popular ones, band called Bride.
Yes.
And there they are. Their album, this was their 6th record called Scarecrow Messiah. Basically, the band is 2 brothers, Troy Thompson on guitars and every other instrument, and Dale Thompson on vocals. This is a follow-up from their album, Snakes in the Playground, which a lot of people consider their magnum opus. The track I am talking about today off this record is Scarecrow. It's another classic metal riff by Troy and Dale's shriek, aggressive vocal. It's a great song. If anybody who likes Guns N' Roses, Skid Row, Dio, you'll dig these guys. Lyrically, if you're concerned, it's too in your face. This is a little bit more of a thinking type of lyrics, but great band. And by default, besides Striper, this is the other band, and one more soon that I'll talk about, were the ones that really got me into Christian metal. And
very cool. I approve of this pick. I love Bride.
Oh, awesome, man! Awesome.
Their catalog is so diverse.
It is. Yes.
You had kind of an Iron Maiden, Judas Priest sound. Then they kind of went more hard rock, bluesy. Then they kind of went new metal. They went rap metal. They went all kinds of crazy directions.
It's almost like they follow the trends a little
kind of. But they really worked. It really made it sound really good. So yeah, great pick.
Very cool. Very cool. All right, my next one from 1994. This is their second EP, Alice in Chains, Jar of Flies. I apologize if I came in late. Somebody picked this.
No. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's your picks.
There's always a lot of overlap, Eric. Okay. No worries.
You're going to see a lot of Alice in Chains tonight. I'm just going to say.
It's Alice in Chains. And I chose I Stay Away. So this starts off with just like a pleasant guitar lick. And it kicks in with those uplifting background, vocal harmonies. And then the chorus kicks in. And it's that heavy, weird, weird, heavy stuff that Alice is known for. And it kicks right back into the verses. It's almost like the song shouldn't work, but it does. And just a unique sounding band. I love Alice in Chains. I will fight on this hill. They are a metal band. They are not a grunge band. Jerry, all right, metal guy.
You
heard it here, folks.
You heard it here.
Yeah, but hey, it's Black. They're like a Black Sabbath. But anyhow, so there's my second. That's my second choice. All right, my third one. I am gonna go with. This is their second track off their 7th album, Pantera, Far Beyond Driven. And I'm going to go with the song Becoming. The drumming of Vinnie Paul is unbelievable in this song. Another monster riff from Jedi Master Dimebag, his brother. Love Phil's voice in this, Rex's bottom end. Also, the four of them, on this record, I think they kind of cranked up that intensity and that anger from Vulgar. These guys were just a great change of pace during this era because they were waving the metal flag. And it seemed like a lot of people were gravitating toward them who weren't into like Megadeth and Testament and Metallica around this time. But Becoming. I had to go with Pantera. I mean, come on. So there's my first three.
Damn. I swear to God, these were all Johnny Metal's picks, but hey, just saying.
that album cover is a little bit of nightmare fuel for y'all.
Yeah.
Eric mentioned that Christian album Johnny Metal went. It's like Sonar or what?
Because I'm looking for something for one of my later picks, and I can't seem to come across it. And then as soon as he said Christian rock, I'm like, huh?
That's the look right there.
It's like when someone says disco.
Someone says disco. DC
like he's doing Black Hole Sun where they stretch the face out. Anyway.
And Becoming by Pantera. It's a great couple skip song too.
It seems like Byron must be like in a time warp or something.
Yeah, something's going on.
There's going to be two of him now. Oh, for God's sake!
Weather issues.
Let me bring him in. You here?
For now.
Okay. Jeez. What the hell's happening with him? I wasn't into metal at the time, so I think it was Ministry. I don't even know. I can't keep track what everybody's up to. All right, Eric, that was 3.
Yep.
Bless your heart. All right, cool. Excellent. All right. I do believe I'm up now. So let's get right to it so everybody can make terrible comments about me and how my musical tastes suck. My first pick, once I find it. Oh, this one I got because DC had one of these picks, and I went, damn it. But this song's better than his song. even though we haven't gotten to it. I know it's fighting words. I'm going with the band Velvet Crush. Time Wraps Around You from Teenage Symphonies to God. This is power pop goodness, has a lot of blending of electric acoustic guitars, lush harmonies. There's melancholy to this. It's nostalgia to like your adolescent eras, when, it was all about young love and, well, geez, let's just be
All that
honest.
mushy stuff.
Very mushy, I'm
Thumpa.
mushy. This record was produced by Mitch Easter, who did REM's Murmur and Reckoning. Great power pop, and I think it's totally infectious. This band now was backing Matthew Sweet as his backing band when he was out touring, but yeah, Velvet Crush, love it. My next pick, and this I'm going to have to give John the Music Nut some props because damn it, he was right on this. But I picked a different track. Oh God, this is so good. I'm going to go with Toad Wet Sprocket, Crowning from Dulcinea. Oh my God, a melancholy ballad. Look at me. Exploring imperfect love, self-doubt. It's very emotional. Talks about human flaws. The vocals on here are very heartfelt. It's just a beautiful ballad. What a great track for 1994. In fact, this I would probably say, and Mr. Nutt may agree with me, this might be possibly the best Toad the Wet Sprocket album. If not, it's one of the top two. Johnny Music Nut.
Oh, I have a contrarian choice on my favorite album by them. As much as I love Dulcinea, I actually like Coil the most. Which is
Coil's good too.
Yeah,
I agree.
But Dulcinea, I like it. And this is another one of those bands. You notice, you look at a lot of these albums that came out in 1994, and a lot of them that end up in the cheapie bins now. No one really cares about the 90s that much. Oh, well, it's just interesting. All right, that's my next pick. And of course, I mentioned Velvet. I mentioned the Velvet Crushes. And then I thought, well, there has to be a Matthew Sweet track. Damn it! There was a Matthew Sweet track in 1994. Devil with the Blue Eyes, which was remixed for the EP Son of Altered Beast. This is another great Matthew Sweet track. There was a lot of criticism at the time over the album Altered Beast because people really didn't like that murky sound. They thought the mix was a bit off. So this is one of those tracks they attempted to remix. I don't know if it's any better than the other. Altered Beast is one of his best records. I never had a problem with it. But anyway, Devil with the Green Eyes, great power pop gooiness is all I'm going to say. Matthew Sweet at his best. So there you go. There's my next three. I'm going to, since Byron's now taking himself out of order, well, I'll remember the order. All right. We're going to throw it over to Byron. Byron, what's your next three?
If something happens here, I'm going to go reboot my router, but we're doing okay at the moment. So.
That's what she said she'd do. You could have the trophy wife reboot it for you.
Well, I can't reboot the modem or the router while I'm talking. So
you could
not talking.
Could.
Okay. So this next pick of mine, opening track from the album Dog Man. Man, it just comes right out of the gates smoking. It's intense, heavy. I got to see them on this tour. They changed their sound on this album, though, a little bit. But it's still, I think, one of their best albums. I think it was because they brought in, was it Brendan O'Brien to produce it? Gave him a little bit of a different feel. What an album. So many good tunes on there.
Well, Brendan O'Brien around this time became really a hot commodity as a producer as well.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. I've seen one or two people mention this that I might be gone. I'm getting
you're there.
You're still there. Keep going.
Okay, well, I'm getting some of the spinning things on my screen. Okay.
You're still there.
All right. We're going to go Don't Follow off of Alice in Chains, Jar of Flies. Beautiful acoustic track. Like you guys have mentioned, their acoustic stuff was top notch. Another
doubt.
great track here.
Yeah.
Especially when Jerry's singing. Oh, I like his voice when they do that acoustic stuff. So good track.
It's like the
All right,
Alice
actually,
in
this
Chains
is a
show.
song that Government Mule likes to play live, and I actually prefer when Government Mule does it live. But I'm going to go with the original version off of the Allman Brothers' "Back Where It All Begins," "Soul Shine."
Wow.
I got to see them on this tour. It's a Warren Haynes song. So Warren does a really good version of it in Government Mule, but it's fine here. Greg sings it on this one. It's a song about finding hope from within yourself. It's a great song. So if you don't know that, check it out.
Fantastic.
So,
It's true. Dwayne did die.
did I say Dwayne or Greg?
Thought you said
probably
Greg.
said- I don't know.
Hey,
what you said.
Greg sang it.
I never listen to what you're saying anyway, so
I know. I don't blame you.
Oh God.
Someone else. Evidently, you said Dwayne.
Hi, Kyle.
Hey, Kyle.
Dwayne didn't sing, so
I don't know. We'll have to run back.
I'll rewind that later and correct myself.
Okay.
We'll fix it in post-production.
Yes.
We'll fix it in post. Anyway, go ahead. Keep going, BM Bolt.
That was it. That was my
that
three.
was it. Damn it,
I don't
Greg.
mess around, man. I get through them.
When he has internet trouble, ladies and gentlemen, he don't mess around.
You got to get through fast.
He's got to get through fast. All right. Thank you, BM Bolt. Let's sort of to Mr. Metal to get his
All right.
next three.
All right. Well, this song's already been mentioned by Ivon, and I've seen it a few times in the chat. So no need in talking about Roger Waters because I could give two hoots about him anyway. But yeah, High Hopes from Pink Floyd, great end to the album. Yeah, there's not much you can say about that track. There's just so many good things about it. Just a beautiful guitar work by Gilmour. Just a great end to that album. And yeah, it's a shame that we really don't get any more Pink Floyd after that, unless you count Gilmour's solo stuff. But anyway, so yeah, I'm not going to talk more about Roger Waters. However, I will talk about another Christian metal band that since Eric brought one up, I had figured I got to bring up another one too. These guys are from Ash's neck of the woods in Australia. Little band here called Mortification. And they have a song here called Blood World. A song that actually deals with racism and just how all people are created equal, and so there's a lot of very strong, powerful track here. Love this song, love this album. This was a totally different direction for how you doing, Mike? Totally different direction than what the band had been doing previously, and just a very solid song. I did a Mortification Monday series on my channel. Go back and check them out, and you can kind of hear about what I talked about with their catalog. Now, my last pick. This band was featured when John the Music Nut and I did a temporary replacement singer show. And this was, we dealt with 4 bands on this particular show. And this is one of them. Is it Motley Crue? I don't know, but I don't care. This Motley Crue album kicks rear end. This is a great album. I love this album. Hooligan's Holiday is such a great track. I love the guitar work in that song. And it's just a great album. Doesn't sound anything like Motley Crue, really, in my opinion. I think Mike Lodano did a great job defending that album. Thank you, Helgard. We all kind of had a lot of love for each band that we covered. John did the John Bush Anthrax era. Jake Knott from State Farm did the Ripper Owens era, Judas Priest, and the Professor Peter Jones did the Blaze Bayley era of Iron Maiden. And what a great show. Temporary replacement singers. I thought it was a great show. Maybe it sounded like grunge, but I'll tell you what, I'd much rather listen to that album than Theater of Pain or some of the other stuff. So
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, I just got an idea for a show.
Uh-oh.
When metal went grunge, and you talk about different maybe. I don't know if there's enough to go on, but that might be something.
There's
I don't
enough.
know.
There's something
and thank you again for Helga, for clarifying. But
That might be a good topic. I don't know. Throwing it out there.
All right. That's my 3.
Actually, says Pamela Anderson looks great nowadays. She's always looks great.
She does.
She's gone natural. I don't know.
Nothing wrong with that.
Well, by natural, did she get rid of her implants?
She doesn't really
make
much
the-
makeup anymore. and
I'm asking.
you wouldn't really recognize her now.
She still gussies up. It's just a lot of times she's seen in public without all the makeup and everything.
It could
but
be the vid talking.
that new movie she's in with Liam Neeson, she's made up in that film, and for her age, I think she looks pretty stunning. But yeah, she goes natural a lot these days.
This is a good point. Mike says, would it have been? Well, he's throwing it. Would have been huge without the Motley Crue name. Do you think that would be? Do you think the Motley Crue name hurt this record?
It's my second favorite record outside of "Shout the Devil."
Mine too.
But do you think it hurt them, or do you think if they should have went with a different name? I just
1994. Everybody was
timing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Plus, the record label didn't like the fact that they replaced Vince, and that was a big deal, and so they didn't push the album. So yeah,
Robbie sounds great on it.
Oh, it's an awesome.
So they
album.
finally had someone that could sing. Yeah, well,
Exactly.
it has to work.
That song title.
I mean, Vince does his thing.
He does his thing. He's not Robbie.
Yeah, but he wasn't there to sound good. He was there to look good. He fit that part.
It's always better to look good than to feel good.
100%.
Or something.
That song title would be a great name for a band, Hooligan's Holiday, since all the good names for bands have been scooped up. Mark that down if you're putting a band together, kids.
Eric
Hooligan's
Robertson's not a
Holiday.
fan of Roger Waters, ladies and gentlemen, just to let you know. He's a bad man.
Yeah.
You're very
bad. You're
bad
bad
man.
Jack Osborne's not a fan of them anymore either. So yeah.
Oh, God, it's just going to hell.
Hey, Dave, the pickup artist posted a question: was the new Naked Gun any good? In all honesty, I've just seen clips from the film. I haven't seen the whole thing. My general impression is not as good as the originals. I've heard it's good, but doesn't approach the Leslie Nielsen version of Drebin and all that it encompassed.
Ooh, Kevin Boland's coming with hot info. Tom Werman said he had to record Vince one line at a time.
Ooh, that's rough.
Maybe that's where Mutt Lange got his thing to do the guitar with Def Leppard's Hysteria, because wasn't that like one note at a time? I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe. Well, Kevin, do you know why he had to record? Well, he probably never had his shit together. No. Look at Webb. Great show panel. Got to bail near the end. You guys are almost a baseball team. He's got to go mow, ladies and gentlemen. You know how when Webb has that urge to mow.
Oh, you got to go. You got to go.
He's going, I'm sorry, everyone.
You got to go.
Oh, Grant, you have a typo, by the way. I've got to go mow, though. All right, gotcha. Anyway, what number are you on?
That was it.
That was it.
I breezed through mine a little quick.
Okay, so I got it was Byron. It was Johnny Metal.
Now it's DC.
DC. Okay, DC, right. You are up. What's your next thing?
Brief clarification. A comment came across mentioning no Rundgren pick for 94, and they thought that No World Order came out in 94, but it was 93. Because I picked a tune of it on our last show. Okay.
Wait a minute. Deep Rocker coming in with a Tim Pierce guitar land? Look at you, D Rocker.
D Rocker.
Giving some Tim Pierce love. All right. Go ahead. Sorry.
All right. My next three selections will be from artists who have already previously appeared in earlier top 10 lists. And BM Bolt took a little bit of my thunder. But I'm going to go with the title track from the King's X album with Dogman again. Man, that riff. Holy cats. And you got Doug Pinnick's vocals and the great background vocals. And this song builds and releases tension in perfect measure. Very fine album. And it may be my favorite album of theirs, along with Faith, Hope, Love. It fluctuates. For my second pick, how about a change of pace?
Sure.
This group is very soulful and jazzy, and it's a pop band whose song "Breakout" appeared on an earlier list.
Ivon is going, yeah.
They're back with
Go
this
ahead.
cut from the album "The Living Return" with "Feel Free." This is joyous, soulful, with touches of jazz and toe-tapping greatness. And I love Corinne Drury's vocals. She always shines, and the material by this group is always top shelf. And
What?
just bought these two. Whoa.
Oh, what is
Whoa.
happening?
Nice.
Is that a box set?
Just bought these 2 box sets of all their stuff.
Oh, let me make you
from
big.
from Cherry
Show me
Red.
that again.
It's a collection with all the albums.
Oh,
I really love this band. It's the perfect mix of pop and jazz and soul.
I agree.
And you know me, I'm diverse. I'm not a one note listener. I like a lot of different stuff.
Well,
So
what about
what?
We're Only in It for the Girl?
What's that? Well, everything but the girl.
Well,
Are you
what did
talking
I
about-
say? Oh, Grant.
I'm only
God
in it
damn.
for the girl.
I was thinking about the way
is-
you were when
That's
you
a
were young on
totally-
the couch.
It's a
all the
totally
time.
different discussion.
God, everything but the girl.
If you like soulful
No metal love.
music and jazz, and you like pop and catchy stuff, but a little bit of flavorings
my
of
God.
jazz, I can't
God
recommend
damn.
this group more. So there's my spiel on that.
Freaking
My
lights.
last go round here for my last 3 here. We had one grunge band on my list with Soundgarden. That's no surprise for 94. But let's go with another. It's been mentioned before, and I love this track, especially for the vocal treatment here. It's harmonious in a very unique way from the Jar of Flies album. The song is No Excuses from Alice in Chains. You get that Jerry Cantrell signature guitar stylings. But for me, it's the vocal treatment that puts this over the top. Alice in Chains, those harmony vocals were they're like the Everly Brothers of grunge. So different in their vocal stylings when they'd harmonize. I've never heard a band harmonize quite the way they do. One's like a monotone and the other one comes in a little sweeter. Mwah. Okay, I'm done. Second round.
Wow. It's impressive. All right. Up next, John Music Net. You're up.
All right, thank you. Ken,
What?
Rock
Oh,
Garden, Ty Tabor, killer
Yes.
album.
There
Oh
you
yeah.
go.
I co-signed those solo albums by Ty. All right, my number 7. This hasn't been mentioned yet, and I don't think it's even been mentioned in the chat, but this was this huge band's debut album, and they're out touring right now. And if you have a couple mortgage payments sitting on the side, you can even go and see them.
If you want to skip a couple of months.
Exactly. You got something on the side. This one's for David Bodas. I know he loves this band. This is Oasis, and this is the first single off of Definitely Maybe, and it's supersonic. So much swagger and attitude on this song. It's got such a swinging guitar line. Great hooks in those guitar lines too. Love this song. This is still my favorite album by them, and I have most of their stuff, but Definitely Maybe I think is they peaked on the first album, and they came really close a few times. All right, that's my number 7. Number 6. This band hasn't been mentioned yet. This band had a 10 million selling album in 1994, and that's just in the States, folks. And there were a lot of songs off of this that hit rock radio and even your pop radio stations. I'm going to go with Green Day from Dookie. Welcome to Paradise. This song is like raging and joyous at the same time. It is awesome. And that breakdown with Mike Dirnt's bass just repeating over and over. Who are bigger douches, Roger Waters or the Gallaghers? I don't know.
Three-way tie.
Later on the show. Oh yes, but that's my number 6. Kick-ass track. Welcome to Paradise. Number 5.
Yes,
More
sir.
Toad the Wet Sprocket Love.
Yes.
With probably the hardest hitting song on here called Wood Burning, a song that they still do live. And this wasn't a single, but this song just kicks. It is excellent. It's mid-tempo, but it's kind of menacing.
Yeah.
I always cut out when I'm talking. It's kind of
You didn't cut out though.
Oh, it did on my end. That's weird.
It just said it was menacing, and then did you say something after that?
I saw it start circling, so I figured I cut out.
Oh, nope, you're good.
Okay, cool. Oh, excellent track. And as Grant said, this is an excellent album by Total Wet Sprocket. A lot more folk than anything else on this album, but there's a couple bangers on here. There's one of them. It's Wood Burning from Total Wet Sprocket from the Dulcinea album. There's mine.
Excellent. Excellent work. All right, let's keep moving. We'll throw to Ivon, the music.
Yes, my number 7 picks is the song Zombie from this Cranberries group with Dolores. She's from Ireland, of course, and I like this name, Dolores, also. If you've seen this Westworld, the TV series, the main character, the lady, was called Dolores, and this Zombie song was very, very good, and I really like this group, Cranberries. So that was my number 7 pick. Yeah. So then we go to number 6, and this is going to be a song that was released in 1994. It's the Kiss from the Rose with Seal, and Seal is, of course, a British singer, and this song, Kiss from the Rose, was also used the year after in the Batman Forever movie in 1995. It was a big song from the soundtrack. And the Seal album, I think I have one on vinyl, and I really want this also on vinyl. I will try to find it. But it's a little bit expensive for the original version from 1994. So, and then we have number 5. And this is my original vinyl from 94, and this is my CD, of course, Hootie and the Blowfish. And if I could rank the best album from 1994, I think this album will be my best album from 1994. It's so many good songs on it, and I never get tired of this album. I listen to it so much, and the Hold Me Now is one of the songs. I could pick a lot of songs from this album here. So I know that Hootie and the Blowfish is not so very, very popular in the vinyl community and all around, but I don't care. I really like them, and this is my really, really good album from them. So that was my number 5 picks from 19.
Excellent. That's
Ivon, go ahead, Grant.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, Ivon, back in the day, I did see 2 of the groups that have been mentioned pretty prominently tonight together. Toad the Wet Sprocket opening for Hootie. Great show. And Darius Rucker's voice, it was a smaller venue. Yeah. Wow. It's just so impressive. So impressive.
He has a very good voice. I like his tone and everything. So it's perfect. This album is very good. So.
Just to add to that.
Yeah.
There are Hootie albums. You've got Hootie albums there, Byron, that I've never seen before in my life.
Somebody gave them to me. So, I get a lot of free CDs. So.
Man, you must be known all throughout the state for the guy to pawn off all their CDs they don't want to. Damn.
That's right.
No one ever gives me nothing in the way of
all
music.
These Neil Diamond CDs. Oh, well, we'll call up Byron.
I got a whole stack of do not buys that people give me.
Oh, Liz Phair's getting mentioned. She's one of the top MILFs in rock and roll.
Jeez.
I kind of like this. I did like that first Hootie album.
Hold on, Cretan. I'm getting to it. Cretan's rushing me. Darius Rucker, great voice though. Yeah. I listened to that record because I remember there was a lot of buzz about it when it came out, and I listened to it and I just didn't get it. I now get the Blowfish.
The songs are okay to me, but his voice, if you hear him perform, it's very impressive.
I like what I've heard of him doing country tunes. I think he sounds great.
His soul album is very good too. Between Hootie and Going Country, he did a soul album. Yeah. That's got 3 or 4 really primo tracks on it.
All right. Where are we at? Oh, we're on Ivon. Was that 3, Ivon?
Yeah, that was on number 5. So I have 4 left.
All right,
So
cool.
next
Let's
one.
throw it over to Eric and get his next 3.
If you guys like the Hootie Then Blowfish, Edwin McCain was another guy.
I remember Edwin McCain. He was on a soundtrack.
He had some good tunes.
Mm-hmm. He had that one song that was like on the Empire Record soundtrack or something that got a lot of play.
I'll be.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yep.
That's a great song.
He was good.
Anyway, all right.
Oh, so I'm up. All right, my next pick here is another Christian metal band. This is, besides Bride and Stryper, this is the other band. By default, there's a whole story I won't bore you with why this happened. I'm going to go with Barren Cross. Their 4th record, Rattle Your Cage. And I'm going to go with the song, their second track on here, Here I Am. This is a barn burner of a tune. It's heavy. It's in your face. Great lyric. Lead singer is Michael Drive. He was known as Michael Lee back then. Everybody used to compare these guys. Oh, they're the Iron Maiden of Christian metal. He had a Dickinson style to his voice, but I also hear Michael Kiske from Halloween and a little Tony Martin. He had a personality all of his own. He also has a new band called Human Code that I recommend checking out. Good stuff. I love Barren Cross. All 4 of their records, a couple of them produced by John and Dino Elefante. Really solid band. Excellent band. So,
yeah.
Next.
I'm going to bust in. I know we talked about this before, Johnny and Johnny Metal, about doing a Christian, like doing a show where you and, well, obviously Eric should be a part of it. Anybody who would be interested in the whole Christian music, Christian metal, whatever.
You know, a couple weeks ago, I actually did a Christian metal hour on my. I started doing a Monday night metal thing, and I actually did a show where I played like 10 or 11 Christian metal tracks.
Nice.
And it wasn't a lot of the. I mean, Bride was mentioned, but there were like Stryper wasn't played or Petra wasn't played or stuff like that. So I tried to go with some unique bands and different stuff, and so yeah, it's still out there. So yeah, go back and check it out on my on my.
Well, there you go. It's been done, ladies and gentlemen. Go check it out.
I'm always happy to do more.
Well, you know, if Eric wants to do it, we can do it.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
All right. Sorry.
All right.
Keep going, Eric.
No, that's all right. My next pick, I'm going to go. This is their 7th record. I'm going to go with Inside Out by Fate's Warning. Basically following on the heels of their prior album, Parallels. It's that melodic, mid-paced tunes. I'm going to go with the song Pale Fire. It was actually released as a single and an EP, I think, called Pale Fire. Very accessible, hooky chorus, terrific drumming by Mark Zonder. Stellar vocals, of course, by Ray Adler. If you have not heard their band, A to Z, their second album just got released last month. Check them out.
Fantastic.
Thank you. Yes, Johnny, you and I are going to have to talk. These guys never got recognized like Queensryche or Dream Theater, unfortunately. I love Fate's Warning. So, yeah, Pale Fire, my second pick. And then Johnny will probably like this one. I think this is the last of my Christian metal picks. I'm going to go with the band Precious Death.
Oh,
there
you go.
My goodness.
Wow. I haven't heard
Someone check Johnny Metal, make sure he's okay.
Who knew?
I don't want him to overwork himself.
You're kidding me, man. This is the best I've felt all day. I'm loving this.
This is their second record. Heavy, funky, great background vocals. The song is So Far Away. I noticed on some of the streaming, it's called, something else, but it's just, the song is So Far Away. Ton of groove. No one really sounded like these guys. They're heavy like Metallica, but they have prog in spots, funk, groove, great background vocals. They're supposed to have another double album coming out, hopefully by next year. They released a song back in April. But yeah, great, unique band. Wow, ahead of their time. So that's
I need to go back and get their stuff again. I had one of them, and I don't know where it ended up, but yeah, I need to go back and find their stuff again.
Yeah, I got to make some notes.
I saw them opening for Bride back in the day, and I was just like, wow. Yeah, very talented.
Very cool.
That's what it's about, Ivon.
That's right.
All right.
Right.
Oh, Ken White coming in. Loves Fate's Warning. Yeah, Ken was the one that kept bringing up about doing a show on this channel, a Christian metal show. Or Christian show. I don't want to just say metal. It could be Christian music. Let's just keep it there.
I'm sure we could put our heads together. We can come up with something.
He keeps wanting us to do it. It's just one of those things. If I don't write it down, yeah. So, all right. So I'm up. Thank you, Eric. That was 3, right?
Yep, I'm good.
All right. My next pick, I'm going to go with a band. I'm surprised no one's picked anything off of this because, man, we used to hang out and play this album over and over and over and over to Buddy's house. Back in the day, he used to have a place off the OSU campus, and we would just sit over there and play this all the time. I'm talking, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go with Weezer. Undone, the Sweater Song. I mean, this whole record, was produced by Rick Ocasek. They recorded Electric Ladyland Studios. But the thing is that all these, is it pop? Is it grunge pop? Is it power pop? What is Weezer? But there's one thing about this record is that all the songs are great. And, this, of course, I think is probably the best Weezer album. Everybody probably would agree with that. They were running on all cylinders. And, of course, it's the first album. But the Sweater Song, I could have probably chosen anything off of this record. It's a phenomenal record. So what else can I say? Just surprised no one else chose anything off of it. But, hey, it is what it is. Next pick. If Todd Evans was here, he would probably approve, I think. Am I looking at the right one? Oh, number 6. I'm going to go with They Might Be Giants off the album John Henry. I'm going to go with the track Snail Shell. This is funky. It's angular. It's, if you ever listen to They Might Be Giants, a lot of syncopated rhythms and lots of keyboards, lots of bizarre type of guitar playing. It's kind of like if you take the Residents and mix it with, God, what would I mix them with to get They Might Be Giants? God, they're just like in their own world. Sprinkle a little Zappa on it. I don't know. It's quirky. Anyway, Paul Fox produced this. I think it's great. There are other albums that I like better from the Might Be Giants, but this one is the first record that they had with a full band. Usually they would record things and it was just the duo, and those are even quirkier. But this is a good record. Snail Shell. There you go. Recommend it. My next peak. God, I can't talk. My next pick, I'm a mess. I shouldn't be hosting the show today.
You're a trooper, Grant. You're a trooper.
Well, the show must go on. I'm going to go with Veruca Salt Seether from American Thighs. What a great song. This is infectious grunge pop at its very best. There's great builds. It's kind of bubblegum to some degree, but it's very raw. It is 90s alt rock, feminist rock and roll. Brad Wood production. He did a lot of stuff. Brad Wood did a lot of stuff like with Juliana Hatfield. He worked with Lemonheads and all that. Great stuff. This is one of those other records that we've been talking about that you could always find in the dollar bin. Now, now I don't see it so much anymore because, it takes 20 years for these CDs to filter out. But, there you go. A little Veruca Salt. I do think it's one of the best of the 90s. I do agree with that. And
that outfit's very much of the feminist mode on the cover.
Very little fair.
Looks like something Puddles the Clown would wear.
I think that's one of the outfits Pam Anderson is wearing these days, going all natural and such.
John the Music Net would agree with me.
Can't fight to see there.
I like it.
That chorus is so memorable yet so silly.
There's like a live show from like around this era. I don't know where they're playing. I think they're playing Lollapalooza or something. And they're kicking ass on stage. I'll give you that. They sound really good. So there you go. There's my next 3. Now we'll do BM Bolt, or your final four.
All right. I'm glad you guys woke me up.
What the? What the?
Bill
this
since
kid
I last talked.
He's usually, well, it's a big panel. All right, go ahead.
All right. So this is a band that I seem to pick quite a bit. This is probably going to be the last time I'll ever pick them. So they haven't done a whole lot of good stuff since then. Maybe one or two decent albums. But let's talk a little bit about Yes and the Talk album.
Oh, nice.
I'm going to go with the very first track on here, The Calling. I really like that. It's got a little bit of everything going on in it. Some of it almost sounds like Trevor's doing some steel guitar playing at points. But I really like this album. It's very underrated. Some people like to bash it, but I really like the whole Trevor Rabin era with Yes. Good stuff.
Okay. Now that Byron has mentioned it, keep watching the comment section. I bet you Rand Kelly will appear any moment and make a comment about Yes, because his censors. I bet you. I bet you.
The radar is up.
You just wait. I bet you he appears. Well, hey, no problem. I might as well give Weezer some love. You know what I'm saying? All right. What's your next one?
Okay, so this was actually an EP by this band. They hadn't done anything for about 10 years prior to this. Mm-hmm. They got back together, brought in a couple new guys into the band, and they released this. Vroom. It's King Crimson.
Nice.
I'm going to go with the title track. It's strange because in 95, they put out another album called Thrack, and most of the tracks on here are on Thrack in different versions. But I may be picking something off that in 95, but for 94, I'm going to go with, like I said, title track Vroom. It's a heavy track. It's kind of a cross, to me, it's kind of a cross between something off of Red and the 80s King Crimson. It's heavy like that, some of that Red stuff, but it's got that whole 80s vibe going on at times. It's like it's heavy industrial with the soft, spacey sections as well.
It's like if you took King Crimson in the 80s and dabbled some 9 Inch Nails on top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got that industrial feel to it. It's heavy at times.
It's really heavy.
So, I don't think I've had a guitar instrumental pick yet tonight. So,
come on, you're slacking.
I'll be honest with you. The genre is really starting to fall off a cliff by 94. So
pretty
there aren't
much
that many great albums anymore. I think it's pretty much been done by most of these guys. But let's go with Andy Timmons off the Ear Ecstasy album. Andy was the guitar player for Danger Danger at one point. Mm-hmm. So, this is an instrumental album, but he's also done a lot of vocal stuff. And a lot of his vocal albums are kind of Beatlesque at times, a little power poppy.
Yes.
But this is a slow instrumental ballady type, which has these dramatic buildups. It's got a real Joe Satriani feel, especially on this track.
Right on, Byron.
Damn, Byron.
Andy Timmons, I draw correlations to Satriani in his beautiful melodic leads and everything. And you nailed it right there with what he does do vocals, very Beatlesque, power poppy, great artist. Great pick.
So this track, though, Cry For You, I would say it reminds me a little bit of the Satriani song Crying off of Extremist. Got that same kind of feel. So this is a really strong instrumental album. But like I said, the genre is really kind of starting to fade away at this point. But great album.
So real quick, what label is that on, and is that readily available?
Man, this is, I think.
I mean, it looks like he made it in his bathroom.
It's like self-produced. Yeah.
Just about all his stuff is self-produced. If you go to his website, he's very prolific, but he does it all himself.
All right.
These days.
I appreciate that.
There's no information on here about a label or anything. It almost looks like a bootleg or a demo. So
pretty much.
I don't know if I've ever really seen it. I found this at a record show one time back shortly after it came out. I don't really remember seeing too many other copies of it ever. And my last one, I don't have it.
I got it.
Yep, I know. I used to have it, and I sold it. Now I wish I hadn't because it's kind of hard to come by. This is a guitarist, but this is not an instrumental album. So it's the title track, Motherhead's Family.
This is really a great record.
Yeah.
I didn't choose anything off
Richie's
of it,
awesome.
but this is a phenomenal record.
Yep.
So, Richie at this point, he had done some singing prior to this, but he's starting to say, I got to get out of this instrumental thing and start singing more. And, he's a great singer. He still is finding his voice, I think, at this point. But this is a real funky album, fast, funky rock. And that title track is like that. It's kind of a short track. He's not really doing anything too crazy with the guitar on it. It's a little bit of a solo. But I think one time Grant and I played Reach Out, I'll Be There, which is a cover on one of our listening parties. So it's a very solid album. There's some good ballads on it too, though. So that's my last pick.
Yeah, that CD's still, it's around, but it's not, you don't
see it.
No. But the other record, the one that came out on Frontiers, the second record, that's also very good. Have you ever heard that, Byron? The second album from
he did
Richie,
a Motherhead too.
Yeah. It's also got a second name. I think it's also called Go Faster, maybe.
Go Faster.
I think depending on where you buy it, it's called Go Faster. Yeah, it's solid as well.
Richie is a hell of a talent. My word.
You know what's funny is that this record was out on I think this came out on Geffen.
Yeah,
I think or something. It was on a major label. And this was like the only thing that came out on a major label, and it must not have sold at all. It just disappeared.
Yeah.
So that's probably why it's expensive.
It stymies me. My tastes are like such a small segment of what the general populace gravitates towards. I'm done trying to figure it out. This is a great album, though.
And Ken, you have a good point. BM should not sell any Kotzen albums.
Yeah. This was 25 years ago. I sold it. I was going through a divorce, and
okay.
I had a house payment that I was just being very conservative with my money, selling some things, and now I'm fine. So
understood.
He didn't want to lose half of his empire.
But, now I can afford the music, and I'm too cheap to buy it. So
you're not going to meet
somebody will will it to you, or somebody will hand it off to you. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Winery Dogs.
Grant's going to give me all his records in his will.
Yeah.
So
I saw the Winery Dogs here in Birmingham a couple years ago. My God.
Oh yeah.
What a show. Oh,
my favorite band of the past 20 years. Easy.
Wow.
Yeah, I would agree too, Eric.
Yeah,
and the Kotzen with the guitar, that's just an extension of his body. He just singing counter to what he's playing a lot of the time.
Here, not to go off on a tangent either. Mike Portnoy, if you're a Dream Theater fan, I want to be cautious with my words here. I will be the first to admit Mike Mangini, absolutely phenomenal. He's very good at what he does, but when you go see the Winery Dogs, you see how Portnoy's personality just comes out in his playing. That's why he's always. That's why they were missing. They were missing him in Dream Theater for a while.
He's very much in.
I would rather Portnoy not rejoin Dream Theater because now all the great bands he's in have all dissolved.
Yeah,
and I could.
I know. I want my other.
I care less about Dream Theater nowadays.
I want another Winery Dogs.
And all the possibilities of bands he could have reformed with, maybe Getty and Alex. I don't know. Saying
could have been a lot of.
They'll be back.
No more Winery Dogs. No more flying. What's that?
Flying Colors.
No more.
Yeah. Sons of Apollo. Was he in that?
Sons of Apollo. No more.
There's a lot of different stuff.
Wait a minute. Ken's coming in with
some more stuff. It's all done.
Vertu.
Yep. And if you also like Richie Kotzen, check out it was a one-time. I think he was with a couple Japanese players. 40 Deuce.
Okay.
With Richie, it's heavy, but.
Yeah, he is so prolific, man. You could
got like 75
Transatlantic.
Albums.
No more Transatlantic.
Transatlantic. All those bands are done.
They're done.
Because he had to go back to Dream Theater. We've done whatever.
Yeah, well, we'll survive.
That's right.
Wow, that was quite a tangent, but I love tangents. Johnny, I think, yes, Johnny Metal, you're up. What's your
I am
final
up.
four? Yeah.
I am up. And so,
Jeez.
so if I don't know if you've noticed maybe a little bit of a theme on some of my picks, but I've been noticing I've been trying to talk about bands that John and I talked about in our past shows, and there was one band that we covered one December, and they had this little album here, and they had this fun little track called Hard Luck Champion from Dangerous Toys, the Pissed album, their third album. It was on a small
I saw that cover and I laughed.
I love Tommy Pons' artwork.
I have never seen that album in my life.
It was on a small label. They had been booted off CBS by this point, and they came back with this really hungry, just deep album. But Hard Luck Champion, man, I'll tell you what, that song just follows suit with so many of the Dangerous Toys songs. Or you got this guy, he's like got a hard luck, down on his luck, but he's out there and he's having a good time, and he's gonna live his life and he's just gonna enjoy it. Hard Luck Champion, I love that track. Great album, great series. I love talking about Dangerous Toys.
So why was the album called Piss? Because they were
probably because that's pretty much what they were. They got booted, like I said, they got booted off their CBS label because they weren't really pushing it that much. And the timing, I think, again, is where it all kind of hit.
They came pretty late in the game.
Yeah, they did, but I thought they had a good sound. Jason kind of sounds a little like an Axl, but the rest of the music just had that kind of that Texas dirty South metal sound, and I thought they were a good band. I always liked them. So that and what Davey said is right.
They were pissed at CBS Sony.
They probably were at Roy Thomas Baker too, because I don't know, that second album, Malicious Acres, was pretty slick compared to the first.
Did Roy Thomas Baker produce that?
He produced the second album, Hellacious Acres. No, I forget who produced this one. I have to look it up. Anyway.
All
right. My third pick. This is where we find that hell really could freeze over because the Eagles got back together. And they released a few little extra tracks on this album. One of them was called Get Over It.
Great song.
30 years later, I still agree with the sentiment in this song. I'd like to find your inner child and make its little laugh. Yes, there's a lot of great lyrics in this song, and I think it was very seething and very cynical. And all the guitar players got to show off a little bit. Felder, Walsh, and Fried at the end. I thought this was a great track. That was actually a good show. That tour when they did that on the MTV Unplugged thing or whatever it was. But yeah, it was very, very good, very, very good show. Next song I believe has been mentioned in the you never know with me, Davey. Come on, you know that. I think this has been mentioned in the chat. I believe Eric has already mentioned one of the songs off this album from another set of brothers that we miss terribly, Pantera. But I'm going with I'm Broken. Yeah. Let me show off this was what I was kind of digging for a little earlier. I would see them on tour in early 1995. There's the back of it with a little dimes thing there.
How cool is that?
What a great show. Typo Negative opened up for him. And but I'm Broken, that riff just completely slays. That groove completely slays. There's so much goodness on this album that I didn't know what song to pick, but I think I'm Broken is like right up at the top. Absolutely the best song on that album. And my final pick, I'm going to show off this little guy here first. Let's just show him first. So I don't know if you can see this little guy. Okay.
It's cute.
There was this little movie that came out in 1994 and it had a guy named Brandon Lee. God rest his soul. The Crow soundtrack. But if Todd Evans was here, he would love my pick because I'm going with The Crow.
Wonder Twins Unite.
The Cure's. I got to show off this too. This is the graphic novel. Got to see this. You got to see the song "Burn" from The Cure.
The Cure, ladies and gentlemen.
Absolutely a barn-burning song. Some years ago, I did Facebook Lives where I just got a guitar and I just started playing songs. One night, I actually did a Crow theme, and I did this song. And I had somebody come back to me later. Thank you, Ken. Somebody came back to me later and said, I can't listen to that song now because you did such a good job of singing it with just a few chords. And I was like, wow, thank you. I didn't think I was that good, but okay, I appreciate it. Absolutely great track from this album. Strong. Love this movie. It's probably one of my top 10 movies of all time. And yeah, The Crow.
Not the best movie from 1994. This was the best movie from
1994. Pulp Fiction. Yeah. Well, yeah, that's a great film. Great soundtrack.
I'm going to surprise everybody. I've never watched Pulp Fiction.
Oh, Pulp Fiction. Oh my God.
Never watched Pulp Fiction. And it's probably because I'm not a big Travolta fan. So that's probably
just watch it for the Uma Thurman dancing in them tight slacks.
And you have Bruce Willis also in here. Sad story.
There's nothing like that scene in the movie where she snorts all that heroin.
Yes.
Oh. And thinks it's coke, but it's heroin.
I know the Samuel L. Jackson scene where before they kill the one guy when he's in that room. But I've never watched Pulp Fiction.
Bring out the GIMP.
It's good music also.
Bring out the GIMP.
Yeah.
The hell of Byron, great minds think alike. I love that movie. Bruce Willis was great. Everybody was great in it.
Yes. And the long forgotten Chuck Berry, Jim, You Never Can Tell.
Yeah.
Man, my dad had that 45 and Young DC just would play that tune over and over. The weird thing, the guitar is not even the prominent instrument in that Chuck Berry song. It's piano and horns.
What are you talking
Great
about?
Tune,
Chuck Berry
It's in Pulp Fiction. You Never Can Tell. That's the one they're dancing to. That song.
Oh, you mean when they're doing the?
Yes, they dance in the cafeteria.
I guess I never really paid attention.
Oh, that's a good tune there.
It should be the movie tomorrow.
If it came out in '94, it'd be on my list.
God, and I remember going to see that in the theater when it came out, walked out of the theater absolutely just blown away by it. Yeah, they were dancing to My Ding-a-ling.
After filming.
All right, cool. All right, excellent.
All right, there you go.
All right, DC, you're up. What's your next four?
I must point this out because this is the second time since we've been doing these lists that Byron Bolt has completely stymied me, despite the fact that we are like 180 in our music tastes. I could kick myself in the ass for missing out that Kotzen Motherhead's Family Reunion album. What the hell? That happens more often than I care to think about. But he did that, and then Hughes Thrall. I forgot that one on an earlier list. What the hell? How did I miss those two? But nonetheless, last four selections, and we'll start with another grunge act. But starting with this album, as we talked about, these cats morphed into a more straightforward hard rock band. They will appear on more of my list going forward, but for now, it's the song Interstate Love Song from the album Purple from the Stone Temple Pilots. Interstate is the catchiest song here, so of course I gravitate towards that. And there's a little bit of country to start the proceedings here. Great tune, fine album. I almost picked Big Empty. Yeah, I almost picked Big Empty. I like that one too quite a little bit.
You know what I want to say real quick is that Stone Temple Pilots, I always thought they had decent stuff back in the day during that whole era, but I kind of dig them a lot more. If you listen to those records, I mean, they still get a lot of airplay.
Oh, God, yeah.
And those records are really good, and they really have aged really well.
Absolutely.
Solid. And that the album, the Vatican Gift Shop, that's my favorite of theirs. Yeah, tremendous from beginning to end.
And Big Empty was on that Crow soundtrack too.
Yep.
That's right.
And Davey, I was this close to picking them. Very close.
Well, Not close
All
to
right.
that.
And
All right.
since this was featured in the graphic for tonight's show,
Yes, sir.
and it is 1994, we can't ignore Britpop, and I will mention Oasis from the Definitely Maybe album. Live Forever is my pick. Early on, I love this band's aesthetic, fine songwriters. You got a little bit of sibling rivalry. But they got crapped on so much by the press, and it's kind of a mystery to me. But I like this band quite a little bit. Okay, second to the last.
This record, though, sounds like shit, though.
Well, I know, Grant, your production's pretty paramount.
You thought Hotter Than Hell sounded bad. This thing's a mess.
What about the Blur band? You know, Oasis and Blur, they was had big competition.
Blur had better production.
Blur,
I
Blur
really
had
like
some
Blur.
good tunes.
Blur was better than Oasis. That's
What's
fine.
the Ivon? What's the Blur album that's got the train on the front?
I don't remember, but there was
That
what
whole
called-
album is fabulous.
Blur had a good album in this year, 1994. What had a song called "Girls and Boys"? I think I really like that tune. Yeah, and that was from 1994. So I don't remember exactly that. But I like Blur better than Oasis. But Oasis are so big now; they earn a lot of money, so they are going around the world now with big concerts. So
There was something about when they recorded Definitely Maybe that somehow, I don't know if a setting was wrong, but it got really saturated and they tried to fix it. I don't know, but they were.
I like this album better.
That album sounds better, but none of the Oasis stuff I think sounds.
No,
as far as recording wise.
Well, you know what Gallagher Brothers I care about.
It's not. I don't think it's bad production. I think it's bad Oasis.
What the?
What the hell, Kelly?
What the?
What the hell? Modern life.
Per
It's
Part
rubbish.
Life. That was the Blur Per Part Life. That was the album. Yeah.
Graham Cox, a great guitar player. Doesn't get any. Yes, I saw him on. Who was that guy that has that show about production? He was on there for an interview. It's fascinating. Yeah.
Dr. Ruth Westheimer?
Yeah, he was on Dr. Ruth.
Wrong production.
Anyway.
Oh, reproduction. No, production, not reproduction.
All right, keep going.
All right. What do you know? For a first for DC, a punk song makes my top 10, but it's pop punk to be specific, so it's not clearly out of order. I feel this group got into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame way before they should have, but nonetheless, I'm gonna pick. What did I write here? Pulling Teeth from the album Dookie from Green Day. And I can listen to this song on a running loop for an hour and never tire of it. It's just very catchy. Lead vocals are doubled here, and I like that. It's a nice effect. And it's kind of country tinged a bit, my ear.
Creighton, I've got that Seahorses CD, by the way.
All right, last pick here, and Grant has mentioned this group and this album.
Phenomenal.
It's somewhat of a power pop entry, but this Velvet Crush album has a lot of country elements to it. And this is a Gene Clark song from the Byrds, and it's Why Not Your Baby? This is basically a country song. Why the Byrds didn't release this as a single back in the day, I don't know. But Gene Clark and Dillard, I don't know if that was Dillard from the Squeeze.
Dillard. Gene Clark and Dillard and Clark?
Yeah. They did release this as a single in 2020, but it went nowhere. Okay. I do prefer this version. This should have been a hit. Maybe if the Eagles would have thought to cover this tune, it would have been a massive hit. But it's just a beautiful tune. I love it, and it rounds out my top 10.
Excellent choice. Great record.
Oh, I hear you, Ken.
Yeah.
Why the hell did Green Day get in so? Why did they get in so early? I mean, I'm not saying they would never be Rock and Roll Hall of Fame material, but my God, they got in there way earlier than they had any business getting in.
Look, it's West Coast Dave. Dude, where's Dick Smallwood when you need him?
See him back there?
He's back there taking a nap.
See the round logo dog right underneath? He's napping away. He just smoked the doobie earlier. After dinner, he's out.
Creighton's talking about his past. Velvet Crush was a yogi, aka a budget CD at my record store gig in the 90s and 2000s cult band. But all the stuff that they've put out is great.
This album in particular is Chef's Kiss.
Kyle, don't mention Small Dickwood.
Don't route him. He's having a good evening. He's out.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's throw it over to John the Music Nut for his final four. John, you are up.
All right, number 4. They haven't been mentioned tonight. I don't even know if they were mentioned in the chat, but this was this band's big album after being on SST Records forever. And I'm talking about Meat Puppets off of their Too High to Die album. I'm not going with Backwater, the big single. I'm going with the opening track, Violet Eyes. This song is heavy. This will take paint off your car. The riffs on here are wicked. This kicks ass and takes names. Awesome.
It's a great record.
Yeah, a lot different than Backwater or anything else on the record for that matter. So that's my number 4, Violet Eyes. Number 3. Well, this isn't the first time this is mentioned tonight. This is a Ran Kelly favorite. This is King's X and Dogman. You know, when this album came out, it came out in 4 different colors. And 3 of them are the primary colors. That's right. But this is an excellent album. This is my favorite album.
Byron, show the green one again. Hold on.
Hold on. Let's get all the colors out.
The green
What's the rarest one anyway?
It's the yellow, I think.
I think it's
maybe the yellow. I don't know. It's a big dollar there selling it.
I have no idea.
That's a house payment there, the green one.
That's right. To get you into the Oasis tour this year. That's right. No, number 2. Okay. I know this has been mentioned in the chat, but I don't think that any of us have mentioned it tonight. This band put out an 8 million selling album in the States in 1994. It had a shitload of hits on it, but I'm not going with any of the hits. This is off of Throwing Copper. This is live, and the song Iris.
Iris is good.
Yeah.
Iris should have opened the album because it's just so dramatic and so heavy. Mm-hmm. It is an excellent track, and I just saw them do this live about a month ago. But
this was one of those dollar CDs you could buy all day for $1. I don't see it as much anymore.
I did buy it for $2.
Me too. And I don't know what it was for. Maybe a listening party or something. I thought, I'm going to get it for. It was $2. It's really a good record. I didn't pay much attention to it back in the day, but it's solid all the way through.
It is.
Yeah.
I think it's a great record, but for like 2 years, you couldn't avoid this record.
No.
This was all over AOR. It was all over the pop and the alternative stations too. Yep, great album. Played to death back then. That's right, Ash. All right, that's number 2. Number 1, some more Jeff Buckley love. I'm also going with the track Hallelujah, which
there you go.
Leonard Cohen wrote, but Jeff Buckley made it his own.
100%. If there is a version of this song,
you've made West Coast Dave very happy.
West Coast Dave's probably having one of those.
Oh yeah, I know West Coast Dave loves Jeff Buckley.
Yeah,
he loved that show we did on Grant's channel about our one and done on Jeff Buckley.
Yeah,
good stuff. Fantastic version. Brings a tear to my eye every time. So
it's okay. Better tracks on this album. Yep. I don't know.
There's a lot of great tracks on here. It's
that tune. That tune is my favorite song on this album. Yeah, I just don't get them.
It's all good. That's true, and you could still get 3 live CDs for $6, Kelly.
Yeah, you might as well get them if you see them if they're cheap. Why not?
I just got Distance to Here like for $2 recently. There you go. So that was my number 1.
Buckley is the man. All right, we're going to send it on over to Ivon, the music man. He's ready with his graphics. All right, Ivon, final 4.
Yes, I am a little surprised that nobody have talked about this band. This is a Scottish group from Scotland, of course, and Primal Scream. They they released a good album, Give Out But Don't Give Up, and the song is called Rocks. I really like this song. It's funky, it's groovy, it's a good hard good song, and that's one of my big favorites from 1994. So that was my number 4 pick. And then we are coming to the big guy here. This is one of this album that was released in a special box. Bruce Springsteen. This is the Philadelphia session, and the song we talk about is, of course, Streets of Philadelphia. It's from the movie with Tom Hanks and Denzel Washington about AIDS and everything, and it was a good song. And this album here, this is maybe my favorite of this new vinyl box from Bruce Springsteen. So this was my number 3 song.
Wait a minute. I'm with you, Byron. I think that the Neil Young song on here is way better than the Bruce Springsteen song, and it never gets the notoriety.
They're both good though. I like them both.
They're both good, but I think the Neil's track is much more powerful. God darn. Yeah. But whatever.
Both good.
Yeah.
Both good.
Then we are at number 2. And this is an album here called Everything But the Girl is the group. And the album here is, of course, Amplified Heart. And the song we are talking about is called Missing. And that was a big hit in 1994. I think it was remixed by a lot of people. And Todd Terry was one of the guys who had a special long version of this Missing song. And it was a good dance song on the dance floor in the 90s. And in 1994, I was still in my 20s, but I was very close to the 30s. But I remember to dance to this Missing song. And this album is really good also. It's I just bought it on vinyl, and I really like it. And this lady here that sings here, she has a
Tracy Thorn.
Yeah, Tracy Thorn. She's a very good voice. She's still making records. Yeah. And
what did I call Everything But the Girl before?
Yeah, we tried to mention that Everything But the Girl in the early.
I'm a mess. Gee, Christmas.
And in 1994, we have something called CD singles, and of course, I have my number 1 on vinyl, 12-inch, and the CD singles. And of course, it's the most beautiful girl in the world. It's maybe one of my favorite Prince song, top 5 Prince song. And it's of course also coming from this album here called The Gold Experience. And I'm a big Prince fan, and I have a lot of his stuff on the vinyl. So this song, The Most Beautiful Girl in the World, was one of my big favorite in 1994. So I was still looking for the right girl or woman in my life. So
that's a great tune. Great tune.
Yeah, it is.
I'm going to start a band and call it Only In It for the Girl.
Only In It for the Girl or the girls. Don't limit yourself, Grant. Up there with your bass. Don't limit
options
yourself.
Open.
That's right. Only In It for the Girls.
And what's
that is a good band
I know
name.
What Everything But the Girl is called. I'm not an idiot. Why am I calling it Only In It for the Girl?
It's
God,
the illness speaking.
Come on, Ivon. Where's Mariah?
Mariah Carey, of course. It's a Christmas song. Was it All I Want for Christmas? Is it? So it's not Christmas yet.
You gotta have Mariah.
Yeah, that was my number 1 pick, and of course I have some other songs, but this was my list, top 10.
All right, we'll come back around for any honorables. Let's throw it over to Eric. Eric, what's your final 4?
All right. Well, a lot of people have already mentioned this album. Dogman.
What is up with you people?
So, I agree with everybody says about that song. How about a little shout out to the song Pillow on this album? Boy, what a blistering riff.
Many fine tunes.
Catchy.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Solid album, man.
Yeah, great album. Yeah. All right, next up. So what happens when you put together stellar musicians like James Lomenzo, Brian Tichy, and Zach Wilde? You get Pride and Glory.
You're just a real man.
Heavy Southern rock. Yeah.
Good song too.
It's another one of those I want more of records. So I chose the song Troubled Wine. It's raw, heavy, energy, in-your-face chorus. Zach, he's not a technical singer, but I like how he's channeling his Greg Almond in this. So if you're a fan of Allman Brothers and Skinnerd and Molly Hatchet, and dare I say, early 38 special. Pride and Glory, baby. That's my next one.
Pride and Glory hole.
Johnny Metal mentioned them right before you came.
I started my list with Losing Your Mind. So there you go.
I know you guys are all in sync.
I mean, they're all fantastic on here. That's a great record. Even I always thought he should have stuck with that more than his Black Label Society stuff. I think he just has a niche for that Southern rock. Book of Shadows is another great one by him. But
I saw him on that tour. It was really good. Just him and one other guy, just all acoustic.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah, Book of Shadows is good. All right, this is one I'm surprised no one's talked about, but at the same time, I'm not.
I'm not surprised.
Boston, Walk On.
Oh,
okay. So, listen. Here's where the Black album, the Metallica Black album, comes in. Everybody's like, "Oh, it's the first four Metallica albums. They all suck after that." It's the first 5 Metallica albums. It's the first 4. The next 2 after this, really, guys, it's not good. This one here, though, yes, it doesn't have Brad singing. It's got Fran Cosmo, who's a very capable singer, very good singer. I always like this one. It's very arena rock. I understand it. It coming out in '94 in the midst of grunge and alternative. It got lost. I went with I Need Your Love. It's got that classic Boston riff and guitar solo. Fran sounds good on it.
Fran does sound good.
The cracks are starting to form here. But I still really enjoy this record.
I like the album cover.
Yes, and Davey's correct.
Oh, that's dynamite, that cover.
Yeah.
Holy
Oh,
cats.
yeah, because I had Gallagher on here, and Davey Gallagher and I looked at a Boston record and just tore it apart.
That's probably one of their last 2 ones.
Yeah, it was.
All right, and my last pick, going to go 1994. It's a band called Red Sea, and the album is Blood. So this is a one-and-done project. Chris Sorensen, who was known as Chris Howell, was on guitars on here. He was in a band called Fear Not. It features the vocals of Robin Kyle Basari, who sang with Die Happy and Joshua Pariah. You want to talk about if you like Ian Gillan, Ray Gillan, or David Coverdale, that guy's vocals are fantastic. It also features the rhythm section of Badlands, Jeff Martin on drums and Greg Chasen on bass. This is a heavy blues record. I went with the song Wolves at the Door, a very Zeppelin type of song. Great story, great catchy chorus at the end. If you are a fan of Badlands,
yes.
Early Slide It In, Prior White Snake, Great White, the first Lynch Mob record. Guess what? You just found a new best friend, and you're welcome.
Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen!
Love that.
I've never seen that before.
I've said for many years, this is like the 4th Badlands record. That's how good it is.
They got a lot of homework to do here tonight with some of these picks.
God! Everybody, get your wallets out. Christmas. Ken White, he knows every band on the planet. I do remember this band. Very obscure though. Very obscure. Very. Yeah. So very. All right, everybody, go check it out. Let us know what you think. Cretin, who was in the industry, and by the industry I mean the business.
You'll like it,
Davey. He needs to hear it. Must check out. Eric
Johnny,
Robertson's coming in.
I'm going to look for this album. I'm going to look for this one.
Where did you get it, Eric?
So they've recently, Rock's Productions have released a lot of those old Christian rock bands. Like Johnny, I got a couple of Sacred Warrior ones.
Okay, yeah.
Go to their website. I got the original one somewhere, but I also got this one on vinyl too. I just love this record. There's not a bad song on here. Rocks ROXX.
Yep. All right, that's why we're here.
I'm familiar with them.
I think if we were really silent on this show, I bet Johnny Metal and Eric could connect telepathically together and send messages back and forth.
This is great. I love it.
I bet you they could. None of these, Eric, none of these heads like Smash. What the fuck, Dave? What's he talking about? It's been a long day of teaching for West
Go
Coast.
back to my notes. Did I mention Smashing Pumpkins? Wait a minute.
I don't know what he's talking about. Was that number 3? Yes,
That was
your
it.
third
That was
one.
my 4.
All right, cool. Well, we're almost done, kids. I'll try to go quick because let me put this on this screen. My final 4. Everybody can go. Jesus, Grant. All right, this is such a great song, and no one mentioned anything from this band, but I'm going to mention. I'm going to go. My number 4 is "Baby Bitch" from the album "Chocolate and Cheese" by Ween. God, it's so good.
I give the album cover a 10.
It's kind of wrestling theme.
I have the
Isn't
original.
that wouldn't this kind of go with that when the Contrarians did combine the album covers and you could put like the Black Crows of Morica with it?
Yeah,
that'd be perfect.
Could do that. But it's a breakup anthem, I would say. There, I sent that to Mr. BM Bolt.
I had never heard them before. It's pretty fucking weird.
Well, yeah, it's fun.
I like the country stuff the best, though, I think.
Yeah, they did put out a country album.
Yeah.
But this is the first album. They got signed to Elektra, and this was the first time they really got into the studio and had, access. So the production on this record's way better. But, it's really it's silly and ugly at the same time, this song. I'll just leave it at that. Check it out if you like it. All right,
Grant, I have that on vinyl, the original one.
There you go. I love it. It's a great Ween album.
Yeah.
All right, my number 3.
Ernesto probably has it on 8-track.
Oh, of course he does. I just had a laugh at that. All right, here we go. My next pick. I'm surprised that Ivon didn't pick this, but we're picking something. This actually was recorded between 86 and 87 at Paisley Park. It came out on a record that was supposed to come out after Sign of Times, but it was shelved. But it did come out in 1994, and I'm talking Prince, the Black Album, and the track Cindy C.
Yeah,
I love the Black Album. It's very, very dark, but it's kind of the opposite of Sign of Times. But God, the whole thing is great. So, and Cindy C, you know what it's about. It's about Cindy Crawford. Come on. But funky. It's got Kat, who was on a lot of this stuff during this time, did background vocals. It's good Prince. It's Prince. It's how I want my Prince.
And they're very expensive. You have the original version of that Black Album.
What the seat? Which well,
vinyl. It's very expensive.
Did you guys like his song "B about B Arthur"? No, anybody?
Never. I don't know what the freaking shit you're talking about. All right, my next pick. Creighton should just be getting all misty. I'm picking the Grays. Very Best Years from Rochambeau. This is anthemic, shimmering power pop, immediate hooks, melodic vocals, kind of like XTC. Wonderful.
Yes. I was going to pick something. I was going to pick something from this, but we're covering it in a week or so.
We are.
But that album's a stunner.
This was critically praised when it came out, but it was a flop. Was it because it came out in 1994? Possibly. All right, my next pick, my number 1. We're going to go Cheap Trick, ladies and gentlemen, from the album Woke Up with a Monster, one of the worst album covers of all time. But baby, let me say this. You're All I Want to Do off of this is a welcome return. Considering this is on a major label, this is produced by Ted Templeman. I think Ted Templeman was a good choice for producing this, because when I listen to this, there's drums on it. It sounds like Cheap Trick, ladies and gentlemen. And this is one of those, it ended up in the cutout bins. No one bought it. But they're back on track, I think, here. And of course, by the time of the 97 album, the Cheap Trick Red Ann album, they were totally on track. But if you see Woke Up with the Monster, Look past the stupid album cover. Look past the stupid Cheap Trick logo. Get over it and buy it, because really, this is decent Cheap Trick. Considering the epic years, the later epic years were just kind of, I mean, coming out after Busted, this is like a piece of art. So go check it out. Oh, there's 48 comments. Wow, 90s Cheap Trick. There we go.
Sistine Chapel.
Nah, that's a great cover. Tia must be sniffing glue again. Pick Cheap Trick. There you go. Good. Well, I thought I'd go on the ledge. Well, I revisited this record and I'm going, damn. Yeah, okay. I got to mention it because this is good Cheap Trick. It's their best middle period album, Wolfpack. Okay, there you go. West Coast Dave, who would hardly buys anything, would buy this just for the cover. Oh,
that cover is hilarious and horrible all in the same breath.
It's not fun or funny.
It's hilarious and horrible.
For one, if you've got a great logo like Cheap Trick has, use it. Two, what's the font with Woke Up With that? Let's just, all of it's horrible. Jerry Hedron should be. No, I don't even know what to say. I love sniffing glue. Wait, no. Oh, well, we're not. I don't know about that. Anyway, there you go. Oh, it's not silly fun. It's not. I don't care.
Graphic design wise, it's a catastrophe.
Ash, you may have the best comment of the night.
Oh my God.
That is 100% Sydney.
Yeah.
With Connie.
Well,
I
feel like Andrew
He
Dice
always
Clay did a
says he
joke along
wants
this line.
Connie to tuck himself in. What?
I think Andrew Dice Clay did a joke along this line of this cover. But I'm not going to say the joke because it's just not my thing to say to cuss like that. But
I look at that cover and I feel the need to shower immediately.
Wolfpack comes in with another good one. Great BOC album, but the Heaven Forbid cover is horrible. But that is a good Blue Oyster Cult album. I will give you that. Best Cheap Trick song of the 90s, Eric Robertson. Ladies and gentlemen,
it all comes back to
nailing it tonight. So we're going to wrap this up. Oh God, we almost went 2 hours. Does anybody?
Surprised Marlon didn't chime in and say, "Is this still going on?"
Marlon's in one of his periods where he's like cooking baked beans in his basement.
While Webb mows his lawn.
While Webb mows his yard. Anyway, anybody have any honorables real quick? We'll just take it. We got 8 minutes. Just give me honorables and we'll wrap this dog up. All right, go ahead, Ivon.
This album was released 1993, but All I Want to Do was the release as a single in 94 and it was huge. And Sheryl Crown's album here, I really like this album here. And I also mentioned 7 Seconds. It was a big hit with Yosu Nondur and Jenny Sherry from Sweden. And also, I really like this song "Always" with China Crisis. That was also China Crisis is one of my pop good group from UK. So and of course, Massive Attack have a good one called "Protection" in 1994. So and of course, Can You Feel the Love Tonight? Elton John and the Lion King. That was the big animation movie in 1994.
That was a big song.
Big song. Yeah.
Big hit.
Yes.
That it?
Yes.
All right. Anybody else? We'll wrap this dog up.
I got Black Crow.
Okay, Eric, go. You're good. Go.
Richie Kotzen, Mother Said. I got Sabotage, Handful of Rain, Tourniquet, Vanishing Lessons, and the Weezer album.
There you go. Anybody else?
Adrian Belew, Burned by the Fire We Make. I like that track.
That's good.
Soundgarden. I'm going to go The Day I Tried to Live. I like that track a lot. I'm going to throw one out there. You may love it. You may hate it. Pretenders, I'll Stand By You.
No, that's good. That's good.
It's kind of, a little on the light side, but
it's a little light for Byron, but, when Stephanie's, feeling
Or you could play it at a wedding reception.
Exactly.
The mood setter.
Mood setter.
Ken says the Warehouse could use some Christian rock. I'm sure I'm not the only one interested. Ask Johnny Metal, John, DC, Eric. Ken White wants his show bad.
Christian Hayes, man. He's another one. He's another one.
Who else? Who?
Christian Hayes.
Oh, okay.
He's not. He hasn't been in tonight, but yeah,
No.
he's another one I know likes a lot of the Christian stuff.
No bad.
And,
Well, I don't know.
Martin in Oregon also. He's a good guy also. Martin in Oregon. He knows a lot about this.
Wolfpack, there's no bad pretenders, but there's pretenders that climbs heights that no other album could ever achieve, and that's the debut. And Pretenders 2 is a close second. The original band is the Pretenders. When your name is Christian,
oh my.
Kevin, I love Striper and that guitar tone.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's cool. All right, we went 2 hours. I knew with more people would probably do that, but whatever. It was a good show. Hopefully you got something. Learning to Crawl's okay. Back on the Chain Gang's brilliant. Those could be on. Learning to Crawl's good, but the first three are fine. All right. Anyway, let's wrap this dog up. Anybody have anything real quick? Because we do have a couple minutes that want to promote before we go.
I'm doing Monday Night Metal. I usually do it at 7 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Central. Over on my music corner, I've had all kinds of different topics I've been throwing out there. Today, I talked about some stuff that I played on and recorded with a previous band and solo stuff. So, next week, who knows what I'll talk about next week.
God only knows.
God only knows is right.
Johnny, God dang.
John
the Music Nut. Anything coming up on your channel?
Live cut Saturday, September 13. My guest will be DC Tune Time.
Nice.
As we talk about Humble Pie's seminal live album performance, Rockin' a Fillmore.
My goodness gracious. Kelly W., I do like Soul Cough and Ruby Vroom.
That's a great album. I have that.
Great record. Oh, yeah. Ashley will be on Sunday. The Sweet Listening Party was such a success. We're doing a part 2 on Sunday.
Oh.
So the listening party will be 2 hours of Sweet. And
Don't
Ashley
forget
will
the
be
Friday
my
night listening party too, Grant.
And also, it's going to be quite a week for me. And then I got Sea of Tranquility on Saturday. We're doing, Pete and I are going to rank the albums of the band Trillion.
You're ranking the albums of Only in It for the Girl.
And then Friday, DC and I will be doing a tribute for Mark Volman, playing Turtles, playing Zappa, playing Flo and Eddie, playing T-Rex, anything that is a tribute to Mark Volman and his body of work. There might be a Supertramp one down the road. At the time when we planned the Mark Volman one, there was no deaths in the Supertramp camp.
Don't we have a Wednesday band?
We have a Wednesday band you should know.
With
Paul Simon's coming on that show.
He's not bringing Garfunkel.
He is not. It's a different Paul Simon. But Paul will be here. He's still working on his picks as far as I know. So it's going to be live. Three bands you should know. All right, let's get out of here. All right, see you guys. Have a good week. We will reconvene. Everybody keep it clean. Wrap the rascal. You know how we do it. All right, see everybody.
Bye.